Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pickups. Wait a sec. I'm trying out a new camera angle just because I thought the old one was getting kind of dull and I can show everything a bit more quickly here. And I might be using this for when I have stupidly large hauls like this, so let's get started. Roll the footage. Okay, right now I'm visiting a lovely, magical, wonderful, rain-drenched place called Bookfest. Bookfest is a huge charity event, which I have explained in the past, but will explain again. A bunch of charity stores band together, every charity store in the country, which is under the Lifeline title, bands together and puts all of their books, DVDs, movies, games into a convention center. Marks it super cheap and lets you come around and rummage. See you in there. Here we are. Cool place. Alright, let's find stuff.
I do remember those children's books.
Hey, they expected me.
All just for $1 here in the $1 section.
Yep, to the $1 section. Alright, so this place is split up into different sections. There's the $2.50 section, the high quality section, which is here, and the $1 section, which is there. And hey, a pirate. That's cool.
Through the register and have your selection bagged, sealed, and paid for before you move on to the next area.
Hey, Sims. I don't collect videos anymore. Hey, records.
Supermarket-style shopping for a go-to destination. You need some identification with the staff and Lifeline information found at the front of all of the four.
And if I remember correctly, my friend was telling me, yep, hundreds upon hundreds of PlayStation 1 games. Let's see if we can find one. I was here on Saturday, so I've already found a lot of stuff, but, you know, if I find something I want. Yeah, I don't have that yet. So I'm going to dig around and I'll be back. Alright, that was a very successful trip. I got a huge bag full of stuff, so now I'm just trying to find the train station, and I find that funny. We have 99 problems, but a meatball ain't one. But what are the 99 problems? Do you have rats or something? Why would I want to visit there when you admit to having problems? Oh, restaurants. But it's funny, it's funny. Unfortunately, I didn't get the kind of deals I wanted because that wasn't the last day, and I'm trying to keep the camera out of the rain, so probably see you at home. See yous. And we are back from that, so let me show you what I bought. I bought somewhere in the vicinity of 50 games for somewhere in the vicinity of $50, so go grab food, get some popcorn, grab a drink. We're gonna be here for a while, son. Shut up, Frenchie. I'm playing Remember Me, just in the background. Alright, so yeah, I'll talk about each one of them. Firstly, we have Fighter Maker. Really bad game. You make your own fighter, and then you play as them in your own kind of customized fighting game. It's not very good. The Elusive Croc 2. I must have had 4 copies of Croc within the last 2 years, so finally great to get number 2. Silent Hill. Sucks it didn't come from manual or the insert, but does have the back cover, which is all I really care about, and the case just came off. Heard great things about the original Silent Hill, but never got around to playing it. So now that I have it, I will finally play through it. Jeff Wayne's The War of the Worlds. Also, these are all going towards my full PlayStation 1 set. I don't plan on selling or trading a single one of these. The War of the Worlds, I gave this a bit of a go. It's not bad. It's a driving action combat game. Ooh. Just wait a sec, I want to play this for a sec. Things to trade. Alright. I'll get to that later. This is going to be like an hour long, by the way. Rayman 2, The Great Escape, and I am trying to rush things as much as I can, but I want to stop and talk about each one. Not to the level of Grubgon, but still in some length. Great game, this. I want to get it from the Nintendo 64, but this one's going towards my full set. Worms Armageddon, I can finally look my friend in the face and laugh at him and say, ha 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 ha. I finally have a copy of Worms, because he's had one for years and he won't sell it to me. Don't even think he plays it that often. That's the annoying thing. This is based off of a PC game, one of the best PC games I've ever played. Sentinel Returns. It's, you teleport between different areas and try not to be seen by a huge statue figure in the center of the world. So it's a lot of fun, very atmospheric, and I recommend this game, really do. Sentinel Returns. In fact, I might be selling this one, but if I did sell this one, I'd probably recoup a huge chunk of my money. Buster Groove, I already have this. I might re-add it to the collection, or if someone wants to trade for it, I'll trade anything for this. You know, I already have a copy, so anything I don't have, I'd be looking to trade for this, even if it was a crappy PlayStation 1 sports title. Klonoa Beach Volleyball, I don't like Klonoa. Not something I ever got into. Not a huge fan of 2.5D platformers. Got something in my teeth. Awesome. Riding Star, horse riding game. Honestly, I thought it looked kind of fun. No idea what I was thinking, but it's one towards the set. One that I've gotten before, but never one that I've kept. Crash Bash. I'm keeping this copy, and it is a great game. First Crash Bandicoot game not to be developed by Naughty Dog. And it all went downhill from there. But no, Crash Bash is a good game. Bugs Bunny Lost in Time. Haven't had a chance to play this one yet, but looks kind of fun. Like Sheep, Wolf, and Dog, I guess. Or maybe just have 3D platformer with Bugs Bunny as the main guy. One I've been looking for years and never found it at the right price, and for $1, that's the right price. Atlantis, The Lost Empire. These are all $1, by the way. I'm pretty sure I said that. Not a great game, but I'm a huge fan of the movie Atlantis because of the advances in special effects it used. By the way, if people don't know, my other love, apart from video games and wrestling, is special effects. So I love movies that have different styles of effects, whether it be computer generated or done by hand. But that's for another day. This is for today. SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge. I had this when I was younger. It's actually really good. The bosses are fun. I just remember the first boss was a giant jellyfish, so for $1 I thought I'd re-pick that up. This one is funny. Firstly, I'll just show you. See that? That chunk out of the disc? That has not affected its playability at all. It still works perfectly. And I don't know how. The game is Treasures of the Deep. I'll have to get that sticker off. I had this when I was younger, actually. And I have no idea why. And it backs up my theory that PlayStation 1 games are indestructible. I've never bought a PlayStation 1 game that wasn't completely snapped in half, that didn't work to some degree. Still a lot more to go through. Pink Panther, Pinkadelic Pursuit. I played this when I was younger too. I played a lot of budget titles when I was younger. Wasn't that rich. But this is a cool game. You run around collecting stuff, and it's one towards the full set. Let's get in there. This doesn't want to stay together. I tried. No, I'll quickly get this back. I'll edit this out. Pac-Man World, and I love these old stickers. I usually keep them on, except for if it's disturbing the artwork, which this one isn't, so I'll keep it on. Once again, played this one when I was younger. I played a lot of PlayStation 1 games when I was younger. Actually, a really good game. That was fun. Alright, let's get the manual back in there without destroying it. Ah, there we go. So, Pac-Man World, good game. This was 2 games in one. It is Jonah Lomu Rugby and Toka World Touring Cars. Sorry, it's hard to read it from the camera because everything is backwards. So, not a fan of either game, but one towards the set. Another one I've been looking for ages, from the makers of Command and Conquer. Dune! I love Dune. Dune? Dune? I don't know. Watch the movie, read the books, play the game. They're all great. And this is a strategy game, so... strategy game from the makers of Command and Conquer. It's not going to be bad. I guarantee it's going to be good. 2 Nintendo DS games that I bought for $1 each while I was at Bookfest as well. I'm pretty sure I explained in the video, but these are all from Bookfest. Guitar Hero on tour, not worth anything, but still tradable, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, based on the movie. It looks alright, your average beat 'em up. Trying to get more games for the DS. Here we go, more. Here's a game I've already played through to completion. Rugrats Search for Reptar. I had this when I was younger, and I have it now. And just yesterday, or no, Saturday, I'm filming this on Monday, I played this through to completion. It's just stupidly addicting. I mean, it's just a bunch of mini-games, but it's so fun. Rugrats. One I was annoyed to find wasn't actually in there, one that I've wanted for a while. 40 Winks. This didn't have 40 Winks in it. This had Crash Team Racing, which I guess isn't that bad a trade, but I've been interested in 40 Winks for ages. It's a platformer where you get to change into different costumes, and it always just looked really cool. And one that didn't even have the game in it, but I still ended up paying for it. SimCity 2000. No game, can't comment on it. But SimCity is usually quality. Even the new one has its moments. Duke Nukem Time to Kill. Would it be called Dune, right? Dune. Not Dune, Dune. But Duke Nukem Time to Kill. I have the other one in here somewhere, Land of the Babes, but this one is cool to get too. not into the whole Duke Nukem Tomb Raider style gameplay, but towards the set. Ninja Shadow of Darkness, and Aleki, don't write on your freaking game, son. He wrote on the disc too. Ha! Will these kids never learn? But Ninja Shadow of Darkness, another one towards the full set. Coming up on the tail end of the first bag. Lion and the King, and to anyone who doesn't know, in the late 90s, early 2000s, Midas released a bunch of Disney knockoff games, so they released a bunch for the PlayStation 2 as well under 505 Game Street, and they're really bad. They're like, how can I explain this? It has a really basic animation with one person doing all of the voice acting, and then it has a puzzle. That's everything. That is Lion and the King and a bunch of other games that Midas released, so... But it's one towards the full set, and it was never released outside of Europe. One that I think I already have. WCW Thunder. I either have this or WCW Nitro, which, if I don't have WCW Nitro, fuck, I forgot to pick it up because it was there too. But it looks fun. WCW Nitro is fun, so I imagine this one will be as well. Love my WCW until they went bankrupt in 01. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Not a bad game. It's not a great game by any means, but it does have a lot of diversity, so there are scenes where you're playing critics, there are scenes where you're running around collecting things, there are battle scenes, bosses. It's not a bad game, actually. And that's probably just nostalgic glasses, because I played this one when I was younger too. But the Game Boy Color version is actually a really good RPG. Let me wipe that off the screen. Strikers, 1945. 1945. Another one by Midas. Not a huge fan of 1945, 1946. Not a fan. This is something I'm a fan of. Lego Rock Raiders. Man, I need some water because my throat is going to be really sore by the end of all this. Lego Rock Raiders, played it on the PC back in the day actually, but it is a real-time strategy game where you have to mine resources and avoid monsters. Not bad, and you build your own civilization. Alright, final two. Duke Nukem Land of the Babes. He repopulates the entire Earth in this one. God bless you, Duke Nukem. And this is one that Sega CD Universe will already know about, and I offered it to him, but he didn't want it, so I don't know, maybe I'll trade it in or something, see who else wants it. Dragon's Lair. If anyone wants to trade for this, I'll just tell you right now, it doesn't have the manual, it only has one disc, and I'm not sure how many discs this came with, so I imagine more than one. It doesn't say anything about multiple discs, but whatever. Anyone willing to trade for it, anyone who wants it, I'll just send it to you. Tell me. I don't want it. Alright, that's the first bag. Second bag with more PlayStation 1 goodness, but these are pretty much all sports games because I had to leave and then come back on another day because my bag was completely packed, so I'll just show you. Truck racing, something about it reminded me of Big Rigs Over the Road racing, so if anyone's ever played that, you can attest to the quality of its merchandising. Midnight in Vegas came with the manual. And the game, not too great, but another one towards the set. A PlayStation 2 Network Access Disc. And if you want to access the PlayStation 2 online service now, you're going to have a bad time because they closed the servers. But still something cool to get for collecting purposes. Saltwater fishing. This is for when I find the PlayStation 1 fishing controller, which I'll find it sooner or later. It's only a matter of time. Wayne Gretzky 3D Hockey. People tell me this is good. People tell me the Wayne Gretzky series of hockey games is actually really good for the PlayStation. This isn't opening properly, so... that's why. Bastard is taped. So, I've heard good things. Tony Hawk's Skateboarding, which I had a disc-only copy, so good to get one in a case. Supersonic Racers. Doesn't look all that great, and I think I might already have this, but... Nope, I definitely don't have this already. I mean, just look at the back. Doesn't that look fun? World Destruction League Thunder Tanks, which I have for the PlayStation 2, so cool to get it for the PlayStation 1. That's all in there. Ace Combat 2, which I think I might already have. I'm looking at my PlayStation 1 collection now, but I don't see it offhand, and I want to get that controller. I want to get this controller. So once again, it's only a matter of time before I find it. And Peter Pan Escape from Neverland, or Adventures in Neverland. This is another one I played when I was younger. Actually not horrible. It's playable. It doesn't have the back, just has a normal CD back, but still cool to get. The other Jonah Lomu collection game that came out, Jonah Lomu Rugby and Shane Warne Cricket, but I already have this. And when I opened it, it had a copy of Ratatouille in there, which once again is not a bad game. You go around the kitchen cooking, doing stuff like that, being adventurous, being everything that a French man isn't. Because the rat is French. It's a cool game though, it's a fun game. A PlayStation 2 demo disc, really cool, I love getting these. ESPN 2 Extreme Games, I have Extreme Games number 1 and number 3, so now I have number 2. Save that for last. The Need for Speed, or Road Track presents The Need for Speed, and I'm one of the only people who thinks that the Need for Speed series just needs to die, so, you know, there's been like fucking 15 of them. That's crazy. Let's get another Road Rash before we get another one of those damn games. No one wants another Need for Speed. And the last game of this entire video, Earthworm Jim for the P-fucking-C. PC computer. I had this a year ago. I gave it to someone, then I found out it was worth something, so I got it back finally. And this is the definitive version of Earthworm Jim. I also got 3 spare cases for $1. They don't have anything in them though. That's fine. Let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48 games I bought. 48 games, and I think I paid somewhere around $45. So, oh what a haul. I usually don't like to call when I get hauls, but that is a haul. That really helps out my collection. There's a bunch of games that I'm interested in playing, a bunch that I'm going to keep. All of them I'm keeping. So, except for the ones that I said I might not, so... I hope you enjoyed. This is Stigo of my house bidding you farewell, and I hope you didn't fall asleep while I was boring you to tears. Bye, everyone!